It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this absolutely invigorating, robust lifestyle show. First of all, I want to take a moment to thank each one of our listeners that have tuned in live today and the ones that will be listening to the podcast. I am just so very grateful for each one of you. And I am just bubbling over with excitement today to have with me a returning magical diva, Daphne McDonagh. And she is going to speak about chakra health, keeping them balanced and open. Oh my, are you all in for some great information today? Daphne, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Well, hello. Thank you. First and foremost, thank you, Joyce, for having me again on your show. It's always such a delight to chat with you. You make my heart smile, really. You do.
Oh, thank you so much, and you are so welcome.
So my name is Daphne McDonagh, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a rehabilitation and wellness practitioner who helps animals and people find the sparkle in their eyes again. Now, going with the comment of, what we're going to be talking about today, I use cold laser therapy, I use crystal therapy, I use sacred geometry tools, and I use universal energy healing. So that's me, I guess, in a nutshell. Somebody asked me if I could send them some pictures of me treating people, and I laughed because I was looking, and 99.8% of the pictures I have are of me treating animals. I'm like, guess I treat animals more than I treat people. But anyway, that's okay.
That's okay. The animals need you, Daphne. They connect with you like that. Oh, that touches my heart.
Right?
That is just beautiful.
So I would like you to ask me to talk about whatever you'd like me to talk about.
Why don't we start with, because some people may say chakra health, keeping them balanced and open. They're going, okay, if someone's not familiar with chakras in the body, maybe start with just explaining what the chakras are, what we mean by the chakras in our bodies, and are they in animal bodies and human bodies also?
Yes, they are in both animals and humans. I've got chakra charts for dogs and horses and cats and people. So yes. Now, some people like to say that the base chakra is the first chakra. Personally, myself, I say that the crown chakra is the crown chakra, which is the top of the head. And that helps you connect with your higher self, right? And then people say there's a third eye, and then there's the third eye chakra, which is on your forehead, which helps you connect with your intuition and yourself. And then there's the throat chakra, which helps you connect with your voice and your communication. And then, of course, there's your heart chakra moving down further. Your heart, well, that's pretty explaining. Your heart chakra allows you to do the love and sharing your light with the world. Your solar plex chakra. Now, some people, there's different thoughts, but some people say your solar plex chakra, okay, so it's located in your stomach area, and they say it's the center of your personal identity, which rules the aspects of your personality, so your self-esteem and ego, right? So the main function and purpose of your solar plex chakra is transmutation. It provides the body with the fuel and energy to keep it alive. So when somebody says you have a gut feeling, that's your solar plex, right? And then your sacral chakra is just below your belly button, and it's the main center of your creativity and emotional intelligence. The main aspect of the sacral chakra is sexuality, and then having a balanced sacral chakra will allow you to take and delight in the pleasure of sex and see intimacy as a form of communication. That's just what the sacral chakra is good for. And then your root chakra is located at the base of your spine. So at the bottom of your coccyx, which is the bottom of your tailbone, right? Talking a little science there for you.
Right.
It provides a foundation in which we build life, and it represents safety, stability, comfort, and security. You know, the root chakra is the foundation of your entire system, in which the other chakras sit on it, and it's a place where the Kundalini energy, the life force, sleeps. So, I mean, if you'd like, I can give further descriptions of the higher chakras, but I really feel that the sacral, the root, the sacral, and the solar plex really, what am I trying to say, are the basis, no pun intended, of everything. Right?
Oh,
and so
right.
When those aren't in balance, like when your root chakra is out of balance, your joints, your bones, and your lower intestines can give you grief. When your sacral is out, your bladder, your lower back, and your abdomen can give you grief. And, you know, your solar plex, your digestive organs, glands, and kidneys, and then heart disease, lungs, and asthma. Your throat, respiratory system, your neck, your throat, and then your third eye would give you headaches, eye conditions, and balance issues. And then for your crown chakra would be your nervous system, your brain, and you may be feeling depressed. And I mean, honestly, Joyce, those are just 7 chakras. I mean, if you really wanted to go deeper and deeper and deeper, there's way more chakras that go into way more things. But keeping it as simple as I possibly can.
Right.
Those are the 7. And so when they're out of balance, those are some of the things that can happen. So if somebody's always got digestive problems, their solar plex is probably blocked up. Right? And there's different crystals. There's different crystals that help with different things. But with what I do and what I have learned to do is I have learned to help the body unwind from the stress and dis-ease that it faces in life, where the base, the spleen, and the solar plexus chakra get all locked up because our bodies are in fight or flight mode. Right? So when that unwinds, our bodies can be open to receiving the healing it needs. I realize that I'm throwing a whack load of information at you, but I know that we only have a half an hour, and I get so darn excited when I talk to you to just share all of this fabulous information.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going, oh, I just love it. I love it. I'm trying to take notes, and I'm going, okay. But, I just love the 7 chakras. And, yes, everyone you mentioned, they're in human and in the animals. Because, I mean, we all have like you said, the root, the base chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar, the heart, the throat, the eye, and the crown. We're all one. I mean, it is so amazing. And then I love how you started to say, like, if the root chakra is out, the problems that come in there. And if the solar is out, could be some digestive issues. Oh, wow. That is just incredible how these different chakras affect symptoms that you may be feeling or discomfort you may be feeling in your body. And it could be because your chakra is out. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Now, I have to ask, we talk about the chakra being out of balance. How do you go about then if someone is saying, well, myself or my dog is having some digestive symptoms or some discomfort? How do you start to balance it then from there?
Well, see, what I would do, because of the modalities that I use in my treatments, both in person and distantly, is I've got what's called a neutralization ring, and then I've got some cold lasers that I use along with crystal therapy. But I help the animal or the person's system to unwind. So I use the Unwind frequency, which is the frequency of the earth, which is bringing a person back to, bringing a person's body back to neutralization of harmony with the earth so that they're not all wound up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, that makes total sense, because the first thing that comes to my mind is like grounding. Doing your grounding, and next thing that comes to mind is how much grounding my horses have been doing lately. It is just incredible. They are always they lay down every chance they get when they're out in the open, and I'm going, they're just grounding, regrounding, and to me. And am I correct in saying that they're rebalancing what they need to rebalance by doing this grounding with the earth?
For sure they are. And because it's so cold up here in Canada right now, like today we're getting freezing rain and we're going to get snow later, and it's not going to be pretty.
No, not at all.
I've got these tools that I can use inside to get people to ground and open up and relax and unwind so that their bodies can be open to receiving the healing they need. Mm-hmm. Now, after I do the Unwind, I do what's called a pleo frequency, which is a frequency that detoxifies and puts all the cells back into their proper hexagonal formation. So for somebody that was having lots of problems with, say, their, solar plex, spleen, or base chakra, I would even use my hands, if they were here in person with me, I would even use my hands on them to act as a stronger conduit to channel the energies needed.
Oh, wow.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that does, because you're channeling your energies into where their problems could lie.
Well, see, and actually, can I correct you? I'm actually not channeling my energy. I'm channeling the energy out from them back to Mother Earth, is what I would be doing.
Okay. Oh,
channeling out. I'm pulling out from them and channeling directly back into the earth immediately. Like people that practice Reiki, and I love Reiki, don't get me wrong, but people that practice Reiki, they pull it out and then they have to go and do the release after. For me, I like to do the release immediately. Then I don't have to remember later. I joke and I say I'm lazy.
No, one step.
Right? It's just easier that way for me.
Oh, definitely. So channel it out of them and right back into the earth. Kind of like what the horses are doing when they're laying down. They're channeling back into the earth and refueling and giving back what they need to the earth and pulling back out what they need to.
Yep. I'm a direct conduit.
I love it explained like that. I love that. You're a direct conduit. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a direct contact. Like I say that I'm a divine conduit. I'm not actually doing the work. I'm just being the conduit to channel the energies. I think I explained this once to you before. You know how you have a toaster, and you know how you have a plug-in, and then you know how you have the wall? I'm the plug-in. Yeah. I'm not the toaster, and I'm not the cord, but I'm the plug-in. When you plug the toaster into the wall, it works. Well, I'm the plug-in.
That is a very simple way to explain what you're doing. I love that.
Well, it's some people understand and some people don't because they've never experienced, right? Now, what's really cool is I've figured out how to help people distantly around the world. Like I live in Canada, okay? I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I've helped animals in Europe. I've helped people in Australia. I've helped people and animals down in the States. Like, by using the different tools that I have, and I take a picture of the person, and I take the intentions of who I'm helping and what I'm helping them with, and I focus that energy on the picture, which is under the neutralization ring and the crystals and the cold laser therapy and the triple pyramid. I know it sounds like a lot. It is. But through the power of intention, energy knows no bounds. And I am able to be the conduit to send the healing energies wherever they're needed.
Oh, wow. That is what is so awesome, that you can do it remote like that. You can, and through a picture. Oh, that is that is just incredible that you can balance the chakras, any of the 7 chakras through a remote like that, through a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Daphne, what a rewarding feeling that must be when you have helped someone in that way. And you probably have never even met this person or met this animal, but yet the connection that you can give to them to help them by balancing their chakra in that way. That must be a great feeling.
I feel so blessed. I really do.
I can understand that. Oh, that is just beautiful. Now I have to ask, when you balance the chakras, do you do them one at a time? Do you do multiple ones in one session, or do you just concentrate on one chakra in a session?
Well, you know what? It really all depends on what's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody's body is different. So, I mean,
Right.
I can't honestly, I honestly can't say what I do for each session because every session
Mm-hmm.
is different.
Okay.
What I do is I unwind the person. So
Right.
that unwinds all the chakras. And then if there's a physical concern somewhere, then I focus on that physical concern wherever that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I
Mm-hmm.
finish, to finish the sessions off, I do what's called the miracle frequency because, you know, who doesn't need a miracle, right?
Right.
and the miracle frequency I use the sun ring, so the neutralization takes out the bad ring. The neutralization ring is the ring that takes out the bad energy, and the sun ring is the energy, is the ring that pushes in the good energy, the positive
Mm-hmm.
universal life force consciousness, or whatever words you want to use. The positive energy, right. Universal life force consciousness, source energy, whatever word somebody wants to use, that's what it does. The neutralization ring takes out the bad, the sun ring pushes in the good. So I use the
Mm-hmm.
sun ring, and then I use the miracle frequency, because then it fills up all of those empty spaces that I took all of that negative stuff out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like
yes, totally.
All of the negative energies that were pulled out of what was blocking the chakras. Mm-hmm. Then the sun ring mm-hmm. pushes the positive energy back in and fills it with good stuff, for lack of better words. And then to finish everything off, I do a harmonics frequency, and just to harmonize everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bring everything kind of into balance yep. and harmony.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And I love that it's called the sun, because the sun to me is such positive energy coming in.
Yep.
The word itself, I'm looking out the window right now and seeing the sun, and I'm like, it just gives me good vibes, good energy
yep.
that comes in right away when I see the sun. And in the mornings when I see it coming up, I'm like, oh, perfect. And that's just what you're saying when you're doing that, by pulling in the positive energies.
You betcha.
Oh.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Sorry, I just had to shut my door. Our dog just poked his head in the room. He says, "What are you doing?" He knew I was talking. He likes to poke his head in the room. "What are you doing? What's up?"
He's checking up on you. He's making sure that you're busy and seeing if you need any help.
Exactly. You know, he's a lab, you know.
Uh-huh. He wants to be near his mommy.
Right.
That's awesome. That is totally awesome. Well, this is just so interesting about the chakras and how they relate to the animals and the people in very much the same ways. Do you see the same, like if one of the chakras is out of balance, do you see the same symptoms in the animal as you will in the people then?
Many times, yes. Many, many, many times, yes.
Wow.
And a lot of the time, the animal is picking up from the person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was my next question. That was just what I was going to ask you. Do you see if a person is saying this, it goes right over into the dog, or if you pick up on, or if you work on the dog first and then the human goes, that's my problems too. My chakra must be out there. They really correlate together. Oh,
for sure they do, 100%.
Oh,
100%
wow.
they do.
Now,
That's why I'm blessed to work on both.
Yes, you are blessed. Now, I have to ask, too, when you do a session like this, if someone asks you to do, say, their dog, and they're having the same issues, but they haven't relayed this to you yet, they're just doing a session with the dog, does the person find that they are feeling different, too, after you have done the balancing of the chakra on their dog?
Well, you know what? Actually, I don't know if you remember me telling you the story, but the first time I had ever worked on a cat that had a lot of joint and arthritic pain, do you remember that story? There was my friend's cat. I'll just share the story again for people that haven't heard it before.
Please do.
But my friend's cat was old and had joint and arthritic pain, so she asked me to come help the cat. So I helped the cat, and it was after the second visit that I had been helping the cat. The lady the owner stood up from her couch without using her cane to stand up, and she looked at me and she said, "What did you just do?" So I'm going to say yes. Yes.
Oh,
I hadn't intended on working on her, but because the cat was taking so much from the owner, when I helped the cat, it in turn helped the owner. So I offer joint sessions for people and their animals, too, at a reduced rate sometimes when they need.
Right. When they're both having some of the same symptoms or issues. Oh, that is just incredible. I just love that. I absolutely love that. Now, we've talked some about dogs and cats. Do you do quite a few chakras working with horses also? Oh,
yes. Racehorses there was a time when I was just solely working on racehorses, and oh my, yes. Because racehorses were really wound up, right? Because they're racehorses. They gotta go.
Right.
It was funny when I would work on racehorses and unwinding their adrenal glands so they could relax, and they would yawn. The trainers would look at me and say, "What are you doing?" I've never seen this horse yawn ever. But a horse yawn is a big yawn, and it's so funny to see.
Yes, it is. And you know that they're relaxing and they're absorbing it and they're feeling it in their body when they do that. Yep. One of their ways of communicating with you that they are getting the relief. Oh, yep. Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet the owner was like, "What's happening here?"
This horse needs to run this afternoon. I don't want him to relax. Okay, well, you asked me to help him, so.
That's right. I'm unwinding him.
Right.
Oh, how beautiful. Well, what are some other animals that you have balanced chakras on that you have worked with? I know there's numerous ones, but just maybe let some of our listeners know some other animals that you've also balanced chakras with.
Well, I mean, every animal has, period. I was blessed to treat a bearded dragon once. I had somebody come to my house, or somebody asked me to come to their house to work on their fish. I've worked on birds.
Oh, wow.
Like every being that is alive has chakras. Because if they're not alive, then you know what I mean? But every being has chakras, but whether they're a cat or a dog or a horse or a dragon or, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I am grateful to be able to tap into the universal energy and to get out of my own way and be a direct conduit for whoever I'm helping.
Oh, and how beautifully put, to get out of the way and just let it work. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. Well, oh my word, that is so interesting, because basically what I'm hearing is every living soul has the chakras, be it two-legged, four-legged, whatever it may be, or wings that fly. And that is just incredible, because I was thinking about the birds, and then you said you'd worked on birds, because the birds have just been beautiful this winter. There have been a lot of birds around. I call them red birds. I know their official name is cardinals, but they are some of the most beautiful to me, and we have some around here, and oh my, I'm like, oh goodness, they must have balanced chakras the way they handle the swing changes of the weather and everything. I'm going, you are just incredible.
Well, but you got to remember that birds attach themselves to trees, and trees are grounding, right? So,
right.
I mean, they've got a direct connection.
Yes, they do, all the time.
That's something that I tell people. If they're having a hard time grounding, go outside and touch a tree. Take away whatever is not yours. You don't have to know what it is. Just go out and put your hands on the tree and say, please take what I no longer need to carry. And breathe. And just stand there and feel the energy. It's amazing.
Oh, that's
like mind-blowing.
Yes, yes. Well, that is something really good to remember in these colder months because I ground a lot outside without shoes and stuff on, and I'm like, okay, now it's getting winter time, but I love that, to go out and touch a tree and just tell them to take away what you no longer need to carry. Oh, that is just beautiful, Daphne. What a great, great, great hint. Well, Daphne, this interview has just flown like I knew it would, because I was so excited to chat with you and to hear all your incredible information to share about chakras. So as we start to come to a close here, what is a final tip that you would like to leave with our listeners today about our topic, chakras?
Know that you're not alone, and if something's bothering you or something, you feel an inkling in your body that something's not right, ask someone for help.
Yeah. Oh, how true.
Because if they don't know the answer, they'll help you find somebody that does.
And how, if listeners are out here going, okay, I'm needing some help, how do I connect with Daphne? What is the best way for them to connect with you?
Honestly, the best way to connect with me is just via my website. It's just www.daphneshealinghands.com. There's a contact button on there. You can just fill in that information, send me an email, and I'll reach back to you as soon as I can. I've got a Facebook page, I've got Instagram, you know what I mean? But the quickest and easiest way for anybody to get a hold of me from around the world is to just send me a contact email, and I will reach back to you ASAP. If you really need to contact me, there's contact information on there. Just track me down. I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Oh, wow. That is great.
We'll put the website link on the thing that the I guess link that we put out too.
Yes.
So people can just click the link.
Your links will be with this podcast. Oh, Daphne, I just want to thank you for this absolutely incredible interview and all the information you shared today. It was fabulous. I loved every moment of it. Thank you so much for being my guest.
Well, and I just want to say thank you, Joyce, for inviting me back and allowing me to get my, excited, fast-talking, crazy self to share as much information as I can. It's just, you can tell how excited I am to share, because there's so many people living today that are living in pain or living in discomfort, and they don't have to. They don't have to, because I know I did it for 20 years. And you don't have to live in pain. It's not. There's things that you can do to help that go away.
Oh, you've experienced it firsthand. And that's incredible. Oh, and you are so welcome. And I will ask, will you please return to Robust Lifestyles again in the very near future and share more information about everything that you are doing? I just love to hear you share about it.
I would be honored.
Oh, awesome. And I would be honored to have you back. So it is a definite date that you will be back on Robust Lifestyles in the very near future, Daphne.
Thank you so much, my friend.
You are so welcome, my friend. Have a magical, magical day.
You have a magical day as well. I appreciate that you said it first.
Oh, you are so welcome. And And I would love to thank all of our listeners for tuning in to this absolutely incredible interview with Daphne McDonagh as she spoke about her knowledge on chakras. Be sure and share this show with all of your family and friends. And you heard her say she will be back on Robust Lifestyles in the very near future. And be sure to check out all the hosts and their shows on divasthatcare.com. Remember, be kind to all. Have an absolute magical day. Give your animals that great big extra hug and share all your love with them. Until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles, stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.